Hi, youth beginners. Master C here. Got another great class for you today. So before we jump into it, let's bow in, guys. So face this way. Chariot. Kunyet. Face the flags. Kuki, all right. Paro. Standing meditation. Makya. Paro. Face the Grandmasters. Kwanchanin. Chariot. Kunyet. Face this way one more time. Chariot. Kunyet. Good. So our goal in today's class is to spend a little bit of time working through some of our hand combinations. I know we did single techniques a little bit earlier in the week, so we'll go through the combos today. We'll also break down how to turn inline drills. A lot of times students struggle with this, so we'll kind of go through that, make sure everybody's in good shape, and then we'll finish off our class with a little extra drill there. So the warm-up for today is going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be what's called a slack jack. Okay, so you guys, I think we've done half jacks before. A slack jack is just another variation of that where you're doing push-ups and sit-ups and it adds up to 7. So if I was doing a slack jack, I might start in one spot. I would drop down, I would do 6 push-ups and 1 sit-up because that adds up to 7. I would run across the room, I'd come right back. The next round I would do 5 push-ups and 2 sit-ups. I'd run down and back, 4 push-ups and 3 sit-ups. And I would continue doing that until I finish with 1 push-up and 6 sit-ups, and that would be the end. I think most people will find this would take just a minute or two, so it's a pretty fast warm-up. So I'll put a little still frame in here for you guys. Take a couple minutes, get that blood flowing a little bit, and then we'll dive into some of our hand combinations. Great job with the warm-up. We're gonna do a quick stretch. So go ahead and put your hands on your hips and hip circles. Nice to get that body moving. We had some pretty good camps so far this morning. Good, other way. In fact, I think those white belt earned their sunshine belt today, which is really good. Students are continuing to earn their stripes at camp, as well as still sending in videos and things like that. So it's been pretty fun. Good. Arm circles backwards. We've really been focusing on hand techniques so far in the camps this week, so that's kind of what our focus is for this class here today. And arm circles forward, back and forth across your chest. Link your hands together, trunk twist. Hands back on your hips, head side to side. Looking left and right. And up and down. Spread your feet apart. Lean forward, one hand on each foot. And hana! Tool! Set! Net! Tase! Yase! Ilga! Yoro! Up! You. Both hands over on the right foot. And il. I. San. Sa. O. You. Chill. Pa. Coop. Ship. Other side. Hana. Tool. Set. Net. Tose. Yase. Ilga, Yuro, up, yo. Spread them out a little bit more. Take it down to the middle. Just breathe a little bit. Nice stretch. Always feels good. Hands in the middle. Walk your feet in. Good. Wag that tail. Excellent. Good job. Grab a quick sip of water, come right back. We're going to dive in to those hand combinations. All right, guys, as promised, we're gonna work through our hand combinations. So when you guys are following along from home, you can feel free to mirror me. I think for most people, that tends to be the easiest way for them to follow along. So I'm gonna go right leg back in my front stance. You can go left leg back. So again, that'll make it look like you're looking at me right in a mirror. Now, our first combination, and this is gonna be for, usually we don't work combinations until you're a 9th gap, but if you are a white belt or a sunshine belt or a tiger dragon transfer ninja, I want you to follow along with these for today, okay? So again, I'm gonna start right leg back. You guys can be left leg back. Our first combination is gonna be a low block followed by a reverse center punch. Now what makes these combinations is that it's multiple techniques that we're kind of stringing together. So we'll do the first couple of them together. Take your chambered hand, load it up by your opposite ear, step forward and low block. Now, without moving your feet, your chamber hand's gonna throw a reverse punch. Boom. That was our combination, low block, reverse punch. Now, I'm getting ready to step with my back leg. So that same side hand is gonna load up for my low block. I'm gonna step forward, low block, and now my chamber hand throws reverse punch. Boom. Let's do it one more time. Lead hand loads up by the opposite ear, step forward with a low block, followed by reverse punch. Good, now watch me turn first, okay? When we turn, couple of things. I'm still only moving the leg that I would move if I was just gonna step forward. So if I was gonna step forward with a low block, I would load, I would step, and I would do my low block. The turn is very similar, except instead of stepping forward, I'm just gonna be stepping the opposite direction. So I'm gonna load, I'm gonna pick my back leg up like I'm gonna step, but I'm gonna step the other way with my low block. Then I would finish with a reverse punch, okay? So that is our low block reverse punch combination. I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit so we can do a few more of these together, right? So you should also scoot back and you can mirror me again. We'll do a couple more of these low block reverse punches just so we get the idea of the combination. Ready? Chamber hand loads up by the opposite ear, step and low block. Now our other hand does reverse punch. Good. Hand that just punched loads up by the opposite ear, step forward with my low block and reverse punch. Punching hand loads up by your opposite ear, step forward and low block. Again, finishing up with a reverse punch. As you get more comfortable, you'll just be stepping forward with that combination. But the goal is not to rush. The goal is to take your time and make sure each combination is excellent. Now watch me turn again, guys. When I turn here, my back leg, again, the same leg that would step if I was just gonna move forward, is gonna step. I'm gonna load, and I'm actually gonna turn around. I'm gonna step the other way, low block, and reverse punch. Beautiful. Good, back, 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 back. We're gonna do our next combination. Again, white belts, tiger dragon transfer, sunshine belts. You guys should try this one. So go ahead and mirror me again. I'm right leg back, you can be left leg back. This combination is gonna be a high block followed by a reverse high punch. So, I'm gonna chamber my hand or load my hand to my opposite hip for a high block, step forward, high block. Notice the arm that's up is on the same side as the leg that's stepped. From here, my chamber hand, reverse high punch. I'm thinking chin or maybe mouth height here. Same hand that punched, loads at the opposite hip, step forward, high block, reverse high punch. Same hand that's out, loads at the opposite hip, step forward, high block, reverse high punch. One more, guys. Punching hand, loads at the opposite hip. Step forward with a high block. Now quick check. Make sure whatever leg you just stepped with is on the same side as the arm that did the high block. Then, reverse high punch. I'm gonna turn. So I'm gonna load my hand at my hip, just like I would if I was stepping forward. Pick up my back leg, step towards the back with my high block, reverse high punch. Excellent. Back, 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 back. Combo 3. This will be the final combination for white belts, tiger dragon transfers, and sunshine belts. It's gonna be inside, outside block, reverse punch. So I'm right leg back, you guys can be left leg back. I know inside, outside block loads just like high block at the opposite hip. I'm gonna step forward, inside block. Notice, again, it's about my chin height or kind of blocking my mouth. Chamber hand, reverse punch. Beautiful. Punching hand, loads at the opposite hip, step forward, inside, outside block, reverse punch. All right, nice and smooth. Punching hand, loads at the opposite hip, step forward, inside block, reverse punch. It's time to turn. So my punching hand, loads at the opposite hip, picking up my back leg, stepping with that same leg, inside block, reverse punch. Awesome. Back, 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 back. Now, while you guys are going back, I'm gonna come forward a little bit here. If you are a white belt, tiger dragon transfer, or a sunshine belt, I want you to continue watching. I don't necessarily want you to try these things yet because it tends to confuse students, but I want you to watch because once we finish the combinations, which we just have a few left for the beginner class, once we go through these combos, we're gonna try something called a hand combo stack. It's kind of an advanced drill, all right? So if you haven't gone back right back yet, go ahead. Ninth ups, this next combination is for you. So I'm right leg back. Again, you guys can be left leg back. We're gonna come forward, outside, inside block, reverse palm strike. So same side I'm stepping with, that hand's gonna load at the same side ear. Stepping forward, outside, inside block, reverse palm. Excellent. Same hand that just did the palm strike, loads by the same side ear. Step forward, outside, inside block, reverse palm strike. Same hand that just palmed, loads at the same side. Notice how I'm kind of focusing with my other hand. Step forward, outside, inside block, reverse palm. Let's do one more. Load it up with our focus. Step forward, outside, inside block, followed by reverse palm strike. We're gonna turn. Now, outside, inside blocks tend to be tricky, so we kind of need to exaggerate them. So check this out. The hand that just palmed loads by the same side ear. I'm gonna pick up my back leg, really flare my elbow out, outside, inside block, reverse palm strike. Awesome. Back, 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 back. Ninth ups, that is your new combination. So kind of like we did for the white belts and sunshine belts and tigers and stuff, I want you to watch the next couple of combos and get ready for that combo stack in just a minute. All right, orange belts and up, you guys can go left leg back into your front stance, because I'm right leg back. Orange belts, you guys have a challenging combination. It's the first 3 technique combination that we do. Same side, inward elbow, followed by a reverse downward hammer, and then a center punch. So when I step forward, the same side I'm gonna step with, I'm gonna raise my arm, grab onto that fist, step with my inward elbow. Then my other hand loads over my head for that reverse downward hammer, and then my first hand that moved for the elbow comes straight out for that center punch. Good. Raise it up, grab, step, and elbow, reverse hammer, center punch. Let's do it again. Raise it up, grab, step with your inward elbow, reverse hammer, center punch. One more, guys. Load it up, grab on, step and inward elbow, raise it up high, downward hammer, and center punch. Same thing on the turn, okay? So I'm gonna raise, grab, just like I was gonna step forward. When I pick up my back leg, I'm stepping towards the back. Inward elbow, reverse downward hammer, center punch. Great job, orange belts. Back, 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 back. Last combination, this is for the 7th cups. So it's really, the parroting is really important in this one, so repeat those cues. I'm right leg back in my huko jase back stance, and you guys can be left leg back. When I come forward, this combination is a low chop, middle chop, reverse punch. So first 2 techniques are in back stance, final technique is gonna be in front stance. So let's get the loads right. Repeat after me, say front hip. Notice how my lead hand is palm down on my front hip. I call this the front, this the back. This kind of in front of the other one, right? Front hip, ear. So my palm is on my ear. Step and low chop. Perfect. Now we're not stepping again yet. I'm gonna take this hand that's kind of in front of my solar plexus, back hip. Now I'm gonna go knuckle to knuckle. I just say knuckle, boom. Both my knuckles are all touching. Middle chop. Now I'm gonna slide my front foot forward into a front stance with that reverse punch. Good job. Front hip, ear, step, low chop. Back hip, knuckle, middle chop. Slide the front foot, reverse punch. Let's do it one more time. Front hip, ear, step, low chop. Back hip, knuckle, middle chop. Slide out, reverse punch. Good. Let's do it on the turn. Front hip, ear, turn, low chop. Back hip, knuckle, middle chop. Slide the front foot forward, reverse punch. Great job, guys, great job. Now, I'm gonna move right into my hand combo stack. Okay, so for this one, each time you step forward, you're gonna be doing the next combination. This is really challenging. It really pushes you to make sure you know all the combinations perfectly. If you want to, you can stay with me as we go through these combo stacks. If you want to go back and kind of go through all the combinations again, you can certainly do that too. Okay? But for now, I'm going to scoot back, and I'm going to show you the combo stack. So I'm going to come forward with the first combination, low block, reverse punch. Then I'm going to do a high block, reverse high punch. Inside, outside block, reverse punch. Outside, inside block, reverse palm. Elbow hammer punch. Low chop, middle chop, reverse punch. I know it's a lot. Okay? So I'm going to start right leg back. You guys can be left leg back. Coming forward with that first combo. Loading, step, low block, reverse punch. Next combo is a high block, reverse high punch. So I'm loading at my opposite hip. High block, reverse high punch. Next combo, inside, outside block, reverse punch. Inside, punch. Next combo, outside, inside block, reverse palm. Set my load up, outside, inside, reverse palm. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit so you can kind of catch it all coming at you. Orange belt combo, elbow, reverse hammer, center punch, raise, grab, step with that inward elbow, reverse hammer, punch. Coming forward with that final combo for 7 cups. Front hip, ear, step, low chop, back hip, knuckle, middle chop, slide out, reverse punch. Good. As you get more and more comfortable, the key is not necessarily to go faster. The key is just to get smoother while doing all the proper loading. Okay, so just watch this one. Right? You don't have to follow along. I'm gonna go through nice and smooth, not fast, all those same combos again. Try to make sure I get all the loading just right. I'll start right leg back since we've been doing that. Good job. That's the hand combination stack, guys. Again, if you want to go back and kind of work through it again, you can. Or if you just want to pause it, take some time on your own to work through it, go for it. And I'll see you right back here in just a moment. All right, guys. So just a little bonus for you today. I want to show you a cool spin. I know we spent some time going through some basic spins before, and I want to show you kind of an advanced one. This is the finger spin, all right? Now, when we do this one, I'm going to come in close. I'm just going to hold my hand open, palm up, right? Now, first key with being good at the finger spin is I need to know where the balance point is on my staff. And if your staff isn't like a stick you found in the woods, then the balance point's gonna be in the center. So I always just try to like balance it, find that balance point on my finger somewhere. And it doesn't have to be like dead on, right? So I'm obviously pretty close, and that's okay. Now, again, my hand is palm up, and I'm going to stick out just my pointer finger. And I'm going to kind of, I'll turn at an angle, maybe this will be better. I'm going to kind of push it. I'm rotating the staff towards the pinky side of my hand. So I'm not dumping it towards my thumb. I'm gonna let it roll towards my pinky. As it comes across, I'm gonna stick out my middle finger. So now I'm basically holding the staff between my first two fingers. As the staff continues to rotate, I'll stick out the next finger. As it continues to rotate, the next finger. And it will work its way through all my fingers. I need to keep it close to the center of the staff so it's balanced well. And I just kind of need to get the timing of sticking my fingers out right. And a little momentum doesn't hurt either. So if I'm kind of demonstrating this finger spin, it's gonna be something kind of like that. So I'm just kind of putting one finger out at a time. Now, once it goes through all of your fingers, you can turn your hand over, so I'm palm down, and it will work its way through my fingers again. Now, usually I can get it back through one or two fingers after I flip my hand, but it kind of depends on how much momentum and speed I gave it to start with, right? Coming through, coming through, coming through. As you get better, you can actually pull with your fingers, and that will keep a little speed going as the staff rotates through your hands. And I've always kind of liked this spin. You can add it to some of the other ones that we've done, like we did the single hand forward figure eight. We did the figure eight with a switch. And now you can add that fingertip spin in with your switches. Oh, I almost dropped it. So that it kind of gets some extra spins and looks pretty cool, right? So finger spin is something I would encourage you guys to try, maybe outside so you don't smash any lamps in your houses. So great job, guys. Thanks for working the class. Hopefully we'll see you in camp soon, and we'll keep having a good time. See ya.